Welcome to our DIY paper marbling tutorial. I love that you can make exciting art at home with just a few supplies. Today you'll need some typical art supplies and a few things from your kitchen. Here's the art supplies: a stack of 3x5-inch white cardstock, scissors, a hole punch, a glue stick, and string or ribbon. From your kitchen you will need some water to put into a basin for marbling, paper towel or newsprint, liquid food coloring, vegetable oil, measuring spoons, a fork, a variety of baking dishes like pie plates or loaf pans, and a little ramekin that you can use for mixing colors. You might need a few of those. In order to make the marbling effect, we're going to use oil and water as well as some food coloring. I'm using neon food coloring and I mix it really well with the oil using a fork. And then I'm using a dropper tool to very carefully drop it into the surface of the water. You want to make sure that the oil is really mixed in well before dropping it in. So as I drop it in, you might see that some of it sinks down, but that is okay. I'm going to mix a couple colors, and then after I do that, I am eyeballing how I make it using a little bit of oil, about 1 or 2 tablespoons of oil, and then about a tablespoon of color for each of the ramekins. I would say using about 1 or 2 colors, just at least to get started, will give you the best results. So the 2 colors I'm using right now are that turquoise color and then the pink color. And I use my dropper tool to drop them in. If you don't have a dropper tool, a spoon works great. I'm going to use my cards, and there's 2 ways to marble your paper. One way is to completely submerge your card and then gently take it out. This coats both sides of the paper. Wow, that looks so beautiful. The other way is to take the cardstock and just gently place it right on top of the surface of the water, as you can see right here. You'll know it's ready when you start to see the pattern come through. Wow. It also makes a purple color too with those. So really you get 3 colors in some of these instances. So there's 2 different ways to marble, and you can experiment to see which one works best for you. Here's a variety of ones that I did using a lot of experimentation and having fun. In this one, I will be using some index cards that are unruled and don't have any lines on them. And I'm just going through almost like an assembly line and experimenting with different combinations of ink and oil and amounts of green and turquoise food coloring. Each one of these dips creates a variety of marbling patterns that are different, and I just think each one of them is beautiful. You'll notice these will be a bit shiny as they're drying, and that's because the water evaporates but the oil dries slower. When the paper is dry, you will not see anything that's shiny on the surface anymore. Sometimes though, a little bit of oil will be in spots, and you can use a paper towel or newsprint to blot it dry and speed up the oil drying process. I'd also lay these on a dry paper towel or newspaper while they're drying, because the oil does go through. You don't want to mess up any countertops. With a clean surface and completely dry paper, you'll have lots of different options to create a one-of-a-kind bookmark. Layering with your favorite supplies can give it a really unique quality. I'm using a portable paper cutter and a hole punch to make a bookmark shape, and then scissors and a glue stick to attach all the wonderful scraps of paper. Creating layers of visual interest can make each one of these unique and fun. And I hope that you have fun experimenting with all the different combinations and ways to make them. I hope you had fun experimenting and creating these with everyday art objects from around the home.